station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the AMP Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful Wednesday. Do you know what today is?
Wimp Wednesday.
No! Today is the first day
Of the rest of your life.
rest of your life. I posted that last night at 1 o'clock in the morning. I got more people asking me, what the hell does that mean? Except for Slick.
It's sad that I can finish your sentences.
It's scary. But guess who shows up today? Somebody we've known 6 years? 5
Yes.
years? We've done the train ride. We've done the dish ride. We've done the ride. We've done it all.
Where's my plaque?
It's in the back. I have it in the shelf.
We do. We have to take it back out for sure.
Well, I was waiting till you came. Now you have to autograph it. You know, that's a metal plaque.
I know.
It'll cut right through you. But look at that. Today, I didn't even know she was coming. Did you know?
I knew, and here's, well, first say good morning to everyone. Good morning, happy Wednesday to WWNN and all of our friends watching us here and abroad. Say good morning to Mr. or Mrs. Radio. I don't know who's on radio today.
Did you say abroad?
Abroad,
Or
here.
Abroad? A
Abroad.
guy or girl?
Not abroad. Abroad, like across the ocean and overseas, worldwide, abroad, not a broad. Oh. Wow.
Wow, it's Broad Wednesday. I don't know.
Oh my
I'm
God.
Puerto Rico. What the hell do I
That
know?
disclaimer should be coming up soon. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to WWNN.
So who's at the radio? Who is
I don't
the
know.
board operator today?
We're on autopilot.
It must be
Maybe it's
the
Jameis.
ghost.
Well, good morning to whoever is running our board up. Give us a call. The
It's
radio
Jody.
station, 888-565-1470. You can tell Freddie and I have a little brain issues going on these
No,
days.
you got fog issue. You
got no
offered
fog.
you offered Dawn a glass of water,
And she has one.
and you never brought it. And me and her look at it. She says, "I don't know. I guess."
You asked for water, I thought.
No, she asked.
Oh,
for it.
you have it. I guess
I
I gave it
have.
to you and not Dawn.
This is-
Oh, you said Dawn, do you want water?
Yes, because there are two.
I thought you were
Dawns.
talking to me.
Isn't that funny?
And I said, yes, I do, as a matter of fact. Thank you so much for asking if I wanted water. I went and got myself a cup of water, and I got you one. I did not realize you meant that, Dawn.
So that you understand the madness of what's going on here, we did a show about 7 years ago up in the Heart of Delray Art Gallery, and there were 6 or 7 Dawns that day on the set. Remember that?
Yep.
That's the day also that we had the eclipse with the banana glasses and everything. That was all that stuff was going on. But there were so many Dawns that when you say, Dawn, do you want a glass of water? Everybody looked up.
There were like 8 of us, which was crazy that there were so many of us at the time, right?
Yeah.
I know.
It was very confusing. And whenever I come here, when you say, and you'll say Dawn, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, no, it's not me.
That's why I got myself a cup of water. Sorry, I never gave it to you.
So she still didn't get it. I said it to her 4 times. You know, you didn't bring Dawn the water. And she over there, and she's over there.
And you got a cup of water.
And then she brings me a cup of water, and I'm looking. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Anyway, welcome to today's show. It is Wimp Wednesday. Is that what
It
we're
is
calling
WEMP Wednesday. We're talking Women Empowerment Crypto Token today with Claudia Pimentel. So I'm so excited to get this segment. We had a little hiatus for a couple weeks, but we are back and we're going to get this going. We've got Isabel Ramadi joining us, a speech and swallowing specialist. Don't say anything. So we're going to be talking about that, and we'll see how else the rest of our Wednesday rolls out.
Why are you picking on me?
And I'm the
Why?
one that laughed.
And Isabel's laughing, and Claudia's
They're all
laughing.
laughing, except me. I don't even understand. What did I do?
Nothing yet.
If you want to be part of this conversation today, follow the finger. Call 888. What's the number?
565-1470.
That number. And I didn't say nothing.
I know.
I happen to respect what she does because I interviewed 3 people in her field in my 15 years of doing this. And one of them said to me she could help me speak English because my
speak English?
pronunciation wasn't very good.
Yeah, I know.
Abroad,
it's getting better.
aboard, you know.
Abroad. That
Really?
was just too much.
Well, it happens. So, get a piece of paper and a pen so we can take. We're gonna have some good stuff today.
This is what happens when Freddie and I take some time off. This is called, we hadn't taken any time off in 6 years, and here we go.
First of all, I want you to know something. Yesterday we went to Home Depot to get new plants
Yeah.
because we were out for
New
a week.
plants outside.
So I'm doing some work and I run outside because I wanted to tell her don't pull the ones that are alive. She pulled everything out. There wasn't a plant to be found. So we had to go in. So this morning I've been planting.
They
all
look
that.
lovely, though.
You stick them in the ground.
You did a really nice job, I have
Just
to
stick them in the
say.
ground. Let's see if they bloom.
Farmer Freddie,
Farmer Fred.
we're good to go. Green Acres.
So that's my contribution to the first day of the rest of your life.
Well, let's say hi to our guests today. Let's say hi to Claudia Pimentel, and we've got Isabel Ramadi. But let's start with our WEMP Wednesday, right? Let's kick off our Wednesday talking a little bit of cryptocurrency.
Hi, how are you today?
Welcome back. It's been a minute.
A pleasure to be here today.
Welcome back. You drove all the way in from Orlando, so thank you for that.
Absolutely.
What a trip, right?
You
It
just
was a
got
nice
in-
drive, actually.
You
Very
just got
nice.
in from Orlando?
Yes, I did.
What? My goodness gracious. What time did you leave? Like 5 in the morning?
Around 6.
She texted me 7:30. I'm
7:30.
on my
I'm
way.
on my way.
So here she is.
Wow. Do you normally do that? Or you just come in for the show because you did this the last time?
Right. Currently, I'm in Orlando helping my family. So
Right.
for right now, it is what it is.
Well, thank
But
you
I'm
for
here.
joining us.
Very special.
Excellent.
We've got some exciting news about WEMP token.
Absolutely. So just to be clear, so everyone is aware, with WEMP Token, what our mission statement is, it's really to support and empower women globally, and while providing a platform where we're going to expose women to the crypto space by educating. So it's very important, especially in this time, right? From what we're seeing with what's going on in the world.
The world is just crazy, and one of our producers came in the other day and says there is no good news going on right now. When you turn on the TV or you turn on your news source, there's no good news. But there is a lot of women empowerment happening. When Freddie and I first started working together, someone called from California and said, I have an opportunity for a women empowerment show. Do you know of any?
It was Paramount, by the way.
There was nothing.
I couldn't
And this
give
was
him an
5
answer.
years ago. This was only 5 years ago. There was nothing. One young girl came forward and said, I would like to have a platform. This is what I envision. And Alexa Carlin, I don't know if you know her, but she is now everywhere on women empowerment. She is national. She is worldwide. She is a well-known speaker. And this was only 5 years. So we've made so much traction of empowering women. If only, we won't go government-wide. But anyway, now we're into crypto space.
Absolutely.
What is WEMP?
Okay, so like I said, WEMP is the Women Empowerment. We have the token.
So that's what I'm asking. What is the token?
Yes, it is a token where we're going to be global, utilization. It's a currency, and you're going to be able to purchase items with this currency, as well as we give back to the community, we give back to charities, and this is all part of the tokenomics for the token itself. A percentage, there's a tax, and a percentage goes to charities, a percentage goes to women with small businesses, and so forth. So it is giving back to the community. We have a lot of things going on. I would like to speak about one particular item that is such a huge accomplishment, especially in this space, and it just goes to show perseverance. Having perseverance and keep moving forward. And we will have global adoption. And that's how we see it, and that's where we're going. And I have my notes here, so if you see me glancing down. So the company we actually collaborated with and we partnered up with is called FCF Pay. Okay, and this is, now WIMP Token is one of the 11 projects that is currently available on FCF Pay. And it's next to some of the most well-known cryptos in the market. It's giving WIMP an advantage in the crypto space and in currency for merchants. So this is a program, if you have a business, you can sign up. It's free to sign up, and you become a merchant with FCF Pay, and you will be able to accept. There's only 10 currencies plus WIMP on this, okay?
amazing.
Yes, indeed it is. It's such a huge accomplishment, you
That is
know,
amazing.
and nothing's stopping
Well,
us.
how does this work? So, we as a merchant, we can accept WIMP, which we did already. So we have officially started accepting WIMP, but now it's even a bigger platform. Maybe you don't have to go through everything we went through before.
Right.
Right. This is a whole easier new way that
Yes.
people can exchange services for WIMP token.
Yes, indeed. So with FCF Pay, they have Bitcoin, XRP, Tether, Doge, SHIB, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Stellar, and now the WIMP token.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank
That's
you so
huge.
much.
So it's become an official purchase of the product.
Yes, indeed.
Now I want to.
That's amazing.
I want to touch on a couple of things because since the last time you've been here, 10,000 things have changed.
Absolutely.
I mean, in here,
Okay.
we have actually a piece of art that's an NFT at the Vatican. It's in here today.
Okay, that's
And
amazing.
I'm going to bring it out so that you can see it. This particular artist is going to be in studio. He has some stuff he has to take care of, but he's going to come down because I want him to meet you. But other things have happened in the market. The U.S. government is getting involved now in the coin. Everybody is getting involved in the coin because there are different messages. And I think we touched upon all of these different deals on how to get there. But what I want to bring up, you have all these different coins, and everybody has a different value because these coins are all invested in different projects, correct?
Right.
So if somebody has a project that they want to bring a female, I'm assuming, to WIMP, does it have to be, number one, a female idea or project to bring to see if they could be put on the platform with WIMP?
You mean
Yes.
for funding?
For
Yeah, for
funding?
funding.
Yes.
So it has to be a woman piece, okay.
Yes. Women-owned business.
And is there a list of things that you could follow to do this? The reason I'm leading up to this is I had a dream that I asked Dawn to do a calling on a project. And I'm being very honest. And it had to do with getting monies in for bigger platforms to teach more producers because the flood of producers and interns that we're getting right now, it's a common problem. There isn't any work out there. It's tough to get to work, even if you get the job. I got people telling me they're going to stay home and try to work and everything else. Anyway, that's the concept. But do you take in people's ideas that they want to pitch at you? Is there a protocol to do it?
Okay, so we actually have one of our processes where we're going to have the incubator program starting up, and that's in the works. And yes, there is a process. There is an application that you go through.
Excellent.
Yes, there's an
Okay.
application. You go online, you'll start filling that out, and then you will be contacted. And there is a process. There's a voting process and everything, so forth.
I think it's going to be extraordinary because Dawn was telling me that they have this thing where they bring in female entrepreneurs to pitch new ideas into the marketing things of that nature. It's just kind of weird how all this sort of blend together today. I didn't know anybody was coming.
But that's how it always works out. But the merchant piece is amazing. So if Isabel, who's sitting here through speech and swallowing, wants to take WIMP as currency for payment for her services,
Yes.
how would she go about doing something like that?
Absolutely. You just go to the FCF website and sign up as a merchant. It's free of charge to sign up. Of course, there's some fees, which is just like a credit card or anything of that nature, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Instant.
And then how would I pay her?
Okay, so then that process, then she would have the information. You can put it online. I'm not sure if there's a physical aspect of it as of yet, like a swipe or something like that, but online, you're able to accept, and that will be put up to in your, you'll have your account, and that would be put up in your website and so forth.
And I would go into my wallet,
Correct.
right? If I was the one person with the WIMP, I would go into my WIMP wallet, and then I could send her the currency accordingly.
Correct.
And then
Yes.
it goes directly to her, just as we would do any online transaction for regular currency.
Right. So she would have the access and have that in place. So you would be taking the payment through that payment system, right? And then that instantly converts. You can convert it to fiat. So it's not necessarily that you're going through the process of converting the token to BNB and then converting that over to fiat, you know, because there's a process with all the tokens, even to Bitcoin, from BNB to Bitcoin to have to convert it. So there is a process with that. Then this really cuts everything out. One of the advantages of this is accepting Creo and fiat payments. It's an all-in-one solution. There's low processing fees, competitive rates, instant payment delivery, okay? Quicker access to your funds. You're going to be exposure to the growing payment system because we are going to be global. This is just going global. There's no reason as a merchant at this point in time not to start incorporating that. Why would you not take that as a payment? That does not make sense. You take it as a payment and it will convert to fiat. So you're getting your money either way. I think if you don't, then you're missing out on a payment. You know, and there's a lot of people with crypto right now.
There's a lot
It's the
of people
difference
saying
between making the sale and not making the sale, to be honest.
Yeah,
Because
pretty
if you
much.
if you take the crypto and you convert it into the cash, it's the same difference.
Exactly.
And if you don't, now, can somebody hire somebody like you and say, listen, I got this crypto that just came in from selling something, and move it around or play with it or do something? Do you do these things? Do you help people put it in different places, or do you just leave it in WIMP and go from there?
Let's rephrase. I'm not sure what you're asking me, as in
Once the money comes in,
from where? What money?
I buy.
Are you asking if she would be a
Is
consultant
she like a
to help
consultant?
somebody?
Yeah, a consultant to help people other
Can
wallets.
someone
or-
hire you to help them manage their wallets?
You see, my English is not very sexy.
Could someone hire me personally to
Yes.
manage their wallet? No, because I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not here to manage anyone's wallet.
Okay.
So how I feel about that is, I'm pretty sure there's people out there that you could, but why would you? You would want to manage your own wallet.
Get
because you're
educated.
risking,
It's- Lack of information.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
but
lot of
people don't have the
information. It's your
information.
That's
wallet.
why she's here, right, to share this information.
That is why I'm here. We have other things coming. I can't let the cat out of the bag as of yet, but in the future, I will be able to answer many questions.
All right, so
to a
hold
lot of
those
things.
thoughts. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back,
See, so the answer to that question was yes, just
No.
not right now.
More with WEMP Token Wednesday. We've got Claudia Pimentel joining us of WEMP.world. Ladies, check this out. It's definitely a way to get involved in your own financial security. And you do not have to be a woman to purchase into WEMP.
No,
But
this
it
is for
definitely
everyone.
a women empowerment token. And then we'll have Isabel joining us as well. So we're going to take a quick break. 888-565-1470. Say hi to whoever is on the radio board, and we will be right back.
Are you ready to relax and unwind? Come visit the Spa Facial on Ocean Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale Beach. We offer facial therapy, body treatments, waxing, men's spa treatments, and so much more. Our spa services are a great way to take a step back from the bustle of everyday life. Come take a break with us. We guarantee our all-natural products will bring you to pure tranquility. Call us today at 954-213-5034 or visit our website, thespafacial.info. We hope you're enjoying this episode of the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. Whether you enjoy watching in the mornings or afternoons, you can now watch with your favorite merchandise. Choose from the Brooklyn Cafe t-shirts, ranging from sizes small to 3XL. Colors available include black, dark heather, and navy. Feeling chilly? Just check out our latest hoodie with over 9 colors to choose from. Sip on some Brooklyn Cafe coffee with Dawn and Freddie in a matching mug as seen on set. Brooklyn hats and special seasonal items are always popping up and available upon request. To purchase, you can visit our online store at brooklyncafe.tv/shop. Happy shopping!
Cool, calm, collected. Needing a drink to end a long day, or maybe to start your vacation right? Gubba Rum is here to let you kick back and do just that. Inspired by a technique that dates back to the 1800s, these artisanal, organic, and naturally infused rums are made from pure cane and the finest fruits, spices, and herbs the world has to offer. Gubba Silver is infused with naturally shredded coconut, and Gubba Gold is infused with real vanilla bean. Simply shake and enjoy. Visit gubbarum.com to find the nearest location to buy or enjoy. All establishments have personally reviewed and enjoyed firsthand the wicked smoothness of Gubba Rum. 35% ABV and 70 proof. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Hi, I'm Dr. Hillary Taylor at drthc.net. I have my doctorate in clinical psychology and now practice as a certified life coach. At Dr. Taylor's Holistic Community, we will work together using a holistic approach to improve and maintain your wellness and take the first steps towards creating the life that you want, need, and deserve. Call me today at 1-833-552-4442 and remember drthc.net.
Planning for the future should not be painful and needs to be discussed. From health, family, finances, allow qualified professionals to aid in your planning. Luhu Advisors have been serving South Florida for over 30 years. A licensed real estate broker, insurance agent, assisted living administrator, and certified senior advisor, Paul Solomon is the most qualified and well-rounded advisor for any task. Specializing in real estate, long-term care, life insurance and annuities, Social Security, government benefits, and senior housing. Luhu Advisors. Let us help you.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And we are back. I am loving the feel of the studio. We came back on Monday and we felt the studio needed a little bit of a zhuzh, a little bit of an uplift. And now just sitting here, it just feels lighter and happier. And you did a great job planting the flowers, so thank you for that.
Yes, I need a manicure.
You got some dirt under your fingers?
Yes, I do. I hate that. I hate that. I'm excited, though, today.
About
everything that's going on right now.
the women empowerment.
Yep, that this lady came in from Orlando says a lot. It really does. And I'm thank you for sharing what you have going on. And it's funny that you were here because the young lady that was over here actually changed her time to be here. And she needs someone like you in her life right now to sort of help her see the light in different directions that she's going as well. So we'll get her back so you could sort of sit and talk with her.
And before we talk to Isabel, I just want to ask, for people that are listening, and there's so many different cryptocurrencies out there, and for someone coming in brand new, they're thinking, where do I start? They always start with the big one. because they think that's where. But you get such a small fractional piece, and that's one everyone knows of. Why would you recommend someone look at others? And I want to say WEMP, not that you're telling anyone to go buy WEMP, but if you wanted to get educated and look at your different crypto options, what are some things that people should be looking at?
Just do your diligent research. Look at the project. See what the project is doing. What problem does it solve? What is the point of the project? You know, is it solving world hunger? Is it donating to charities? Is it doing this? And just do your research. It's so imperative. There's so many tokens out there. Who knows? I mean, there's thousands of tokens out there, different projects, but everything has a special purpose. There's projects that if you are a holder of this token, that gives you access. It gives you access to a platform where you're able to buy goods, you know, or you're able to be part of an elite mastermind and so forth. So it really, it just really depends. Really take the time, do your work, get the education. That is key. Don't count on anyone else to do it for you. Do it yourself. Get educated. That's a big difference.
And you were telling me at the end of our last interview that when people were on lockdown or everyone's sitting scrolling through, binge watching, whatever you're binge watching, you would sit down and binge watch on learning and what's going on in this crypto space.
Absolutely. What I learned was if your phone is not making you money, why are you on it? Seriously.
That's
you're
true.
you're taking all this time to scroll on Instagram and Facebook and liking photos. Do they pay you to like photos? Do
No.
they pay you to post? Well, I'm an influencer on IG, so they pay me, yes, to post. But the normal person spends what? You guys spend 40 minutes every 2 hours? 40 minutes every 5 hours? Okay, you're always picking up your phone, checking notes, checking social media. Stop checking social media. Check socially yourself. What is it that you're feeding your brain? Are you feeding all these photos of filtered photos at that?
Right.
And hoping for these dreams? Well, what are you doing to get there? Okay, and now if you have an inspiration, okay, and someone you see is inspiring you, okay, well, what's the next step? It's not going to be scrolling again through social media, okay, or sitting on the TV watching movies, okay? You can take an hour a day and learn. It's really up to you. And by taking an hour a day and really learning the fundamentals, you're going to change your life, guaranteed, because then it's a different conversation.
Just reprogramming your mind as to what
Absolutely.
to be learning.
And that's all about development, leadership, development, and self-development. And it's what I'm seeing in this world right now, it's the lack of self-development.
Agreed.
Everyone shows up for everyone else. Everyone's ready to go to work and show up for everyone else, which thank you so much. Yes, it's needed, but do you show up for yourself?
No.
What have you done to improve yourself? Remember, most individuals have children. They're watching you. What example are you giving? One of the best books is what? Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Prime example. Think with your mind, not necessarily exchange time for money.
Set an example. It's true. It's 100% true to be a role model for your kids
No, it's definitely.
and for you. And that's how we change the world, is being a positive role model. I mean, look, you sat outside today planting flowers and thinking of your dad, right? There's just certain
It's funny,
things,
yeah.
right?
It's true. I got a picture in my timeline of my father. And all of a sudden, I'm back at doing the stuff I used to do with him. You know, it's really interesting that you brought this up because the way things are right now, I think we are spending more time on useless stuff. And we don't take time out to appreciate ourselves. You know, we're very good at bullying ourselves, but we're very, very scarce on actually saying, nice job. And depending on the job that you have, sometimes the only person who's going to tell you nice job is yourself.
I agree. I think everyone should wake up in the morning and look in the mirror and tell yourself how great you are. Look what you've accomplished. Look where you are today. And guess what? If you can't do that, then you know what? Today's a new day. Do something for you to be able to say that.
Start again.
Start again. You have that choice. There's no excuses anymore. The choice is yours. And right now we are at a pivoting point in history. So the choice is yours. Either you can sit there and complain and sit back and the train's going to go by and then a couple of years from now, which is like they did before, same old story. Oh, I coulda, woulda, shoulda. You have the opportunity. You have the opportunity, but you decided to keep watching those movies and keep liking Facebook or whatever it is, whatever social media it is, time and time again, instead of learning a trade that you can do on the side. Listen, there's academies out there. We'll talk about that another day. But, you know, the banks trade your money day in and day out on the foreign exchange. Hey, that's another stream of income. If you're able to learn how to read the charts, and really at this point in time, you kind of know where the things are going. You kind of know if gold's going up or if this foreign monetary is going down, you know? So that can help you in turn. But there's a lot of resources out there, and everyone just needs to start tapping in.
But I want to play devil's advocate with you.
I just want to bring Isabel on.
I will. People sometimes, they look at you and you have all this confidence. Now, we weren't all born with confidence. Well, we were, but we weren't. Whatever. You have all this well, because we were, but then
we lost it.
No,
correct.
now you got to just believe in it. But you have all this knowledge that you've gained, and you're a walking book, to me, of wisdom. So a lot of people are going to say, well, it's easy for you. That wasn't always like that, right? You
Absolutely
put in the time.
not. Absolutely not. My journey has been one journey indeed, you know, and coming from a place where I was broken at one point, and it took me about 5 years to repair myself. Look, I get all emotional, but it's just true. And COVID happened, and I decided to make that change. I decided and said, what else am I going to do? Stay on the phone all day and chit-chat with people? These are endless conversations of nothing. It really, truly is. I mean, how many times are you going to say, oh, I'm just here at the house, right? So I went on YouTube, started looking. Guys, just don't do that. Bad idea. Bad idea. I joined an academy, which I started learning the basics, terminology, and that's where all of this came from. And then I submerged myself into self-development. I'm part of the John Maxwell leadership team. There you are. And the confidence just came through and shined through, and I realized it's always been here. It doesn't matter what people say. It's their opinion. Their opinion means nothing.
That's right.
It doesn't pay your bills. It doesn't tie your shoe. Sure. It doesn't do anything. An opinion is somebody else's opinion, and it's their perception of what you're trying to accomplish and trying to do. So we really have to have some self-development. It's so important just to be able to function in today's society, because today's society is brutal. Brutal. If you have pink shoes, oh, it's an issue. If your hair's down, oh, you're offending someone. Like, this is insane.
It's really hard. That's why
It's very hard.
100%. You have to believe in who you are, because right now there's so much noise out there. I said this to you last night. There's so much noise. And the pause that I took last week, I see the noise even more, and I can't. All I can do is what I do.
Absolutely.
You like it or you don't?
I don't hear I ignore
I
people.
say you pause and listen to God speaking to you.
Exactly.
And he will shine through and guide you. That's all it is.
Amen. I want to bring Isabel into this conversation. We had the pleasure to meet Isabel a few weeks ago. We went to the Latino Central networking event
Right.
up in Lantana. And Isabel, I have to thank you, because we met a lot of great women, a lot of great people who are always they're there to network, but yet they don't want to network. Does that make sense? They're there to network and give out their card. But yet when we call and say we would love to help spotlight your business, there's not a whole lot of follow through, except Isabel. From day one, she said, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'll see you.
It's true. It's true. And I think in this past couple of years, my business is pretty new. I started in 2020. And it's funny that you were saying something about COVID, because that's when I started thinking, I feel like I need to do something else. And I worked in the hospital for many years, but I felt like there was something missing. And I always felt like I could do more for my patients and more for my community. And that's when I started this business. And in the past couple of years, I've put myself out there, met lots of people, and I have made a lot of connections, and that Well, yeah, that helps you get business, but also you learn about all the resources there are out there for your patients. You learn from people. Just being here, I feel completely empowered. and, and now I want to learn more about that. But really, like putting yourself out there and seeing and being open to all the possibilities and to all the signs that life puts out there for you is really important for you to grow and flourish as a professional and as a person.
Well, tell us about your business, Speech and Swallowing Specialist. You are the chief endoscopist, or is it endoscopist?
I'm the endoscopist.
Endoscopist.
Yes, so it's funny because, well, first of all, I wanted to say it's a great day to be here because today happens to be National Speech Language Pathologist Day.
Of course it is.
So,
Because
and
of course it is.
actually the whole month of May is Better Speech and Hearing Month. So it's a great time to spread awareness. And I think a lot of people, when they think about speech therapists, they think about someone helping a young child speak better or an adult that has had a stroke speak better. But our scope of practice is so broad, and it includes like from language, voice, cognition, augmentative communication, and of course what I do, which is swallowing and swallowing disorders, which we really never think about because swallowing is something that we do every day, all the time, even when we sleep. But when things go wrong, a specialist can help you. There's things that we can do, and identifying the problem is the first step to getting better. And there's a lot of things that we can do. So that's where I come in, and I'm very passionate about what I do. And you know, I'm thrilled to be providing this service for our community and making it accessible to everyone.
You go out to facilities or to hospitals, even homes?
Yes, so I have a mobile clinic, and the type of swallow study that I do is a portable test that doesn't involve x-ray, and I can basically go anywhere the patient is, whether they are in the hospital. There are some hospitals that are called long-term acute care hospitals. I go to those as well. Nursing homes, ALFs, the assisted living facilities, physicians' offices, a couple of private practices, PT/OT practices, and then the home for those patients that are homebound, yes.
And the test, it's interesting. I always wanted to be a speech pathologist. I've told you this story. I was in high school, and I sat and I met with my guidance counselor and my mother, and they said, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I said, a speech pathologist. And they both looked at me and said, no, you don't. You should be on TV. And I went, no, I want to be a speech and language pathologist. They said, no, you should go into communications. So here I am.
But it's the same thing.
So I will go into communications, and then I said to myself, now what am I going to do? I still want to be a speech and language pathologist. So I checked it with my university, and they said, you have to start all over again. So I got my master's in special ed. So I kind of got the best of both worlds. So I have communications and this. But I always found it a fascinating field for so many levels, because not only do you help with communication, you help with swallowing, you help with linguistics, you help with diagnostics, and there's so much in this throat chakra, if you believe in that, which I do, that you help people with.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, some of our patients are occupational voice users like yourself, and people that sing, exercise instructors. Sometimes they have problems with their voice, and we help them. And so there's a lot that we can do for our patients, and a lot of different areas where we can work.
Is some of it covered by Medicare if you're going to the hospitals?
Absolutely. So Medicare and commercial insurances cover all of our swallow studies and all of our services, really. There are a few limitations depending on, or there's differences in how payment happens. Sometimes you have to contract with a facility. Sometimes you bill directly the insurance. But it is definitely covered by all insurances and Medicare as well.
I think you've been in business longer than 2 years. So what were you doing prior to?
So in the last, I've been a speech therapist now for 16 years, and I have been primarily in the hospital. So I have done a lot of different things, from working in the NICU with the preterm infants to working in outpatient pediatrics, helping the children that have language disorders, developmental disorders. I've worked in early intervention, but my love and my passion is working with adults in the hospital or now outside in the home, just trying to bring those services that sometimes are hard to get. It is, I don't know if you know of anyone that's looking for a speech therapist or a PT at this time, but it is really hard. There's a lot of people going non-clinical, so it is hard at this particular time to find a speech therapist if you're looking for one. And the convenience of this test and the services that I provide, that I can go into the homes or wherever the patient is, that is, I think that's great. And a lot of people don't know about it. And don't take advantage of it. So I'm always like around the community trying to spread awareness and trying to educate people on the resources that are available.
How do people find you, reach out to you?
Usually people find me online. And I also, just because I've been a speech therapist for a long time, I just know a lot of different therapists in the community. And as patients are leaving, let's say, the hospital, they're looking for someone that can do a follow-up exam for them. So other therapists will give them my number. But a lot of people just find me online. They look at my website. They're looking for a swallow test, and then hopefully I pop up and when they do their search.
So Speech and Swallowing Specialist of Florida. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll bring it all together.
Okay.
And keep going. Live on WNN. Give us a call, 888-565-1470. A lot of great information here on Wednesday.
Good stuff.
Women's Wednesday. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Artist Rosie Sherman paints her passions to share with everyone. Expressing herself through bold and vibrant colors, her suggestion and style are always in flux. Inspired by travels, nature, romance, and the human spirit, Rosie makes sure her depiction of women are strong and proud. Her landscapes illustrate the changing seasons in the diverse world that we live in. To find her artwork in the multiple medias you can purchase, visit rosiesherman.pixels.com.
Hey everyone, I'm Lady Ashley, and this is my husband, Big John.
The muscle behind the hustle.
We are the creators of this very unique party planning business, Lady Ashley Party Planning. We are known for all the details. We specialize in gorgeous balloon decor, floral displays, and handle all of your party planning needs from A to Z.
Please feel free to visit our website at ladyashleypartyplanning.com. Our email is abpartyplanning@yahoo.com, and our phone number is 561-542-2296.
Welcome to Sunshine Senior Solutions, a trusted medical supply company that puts patients first, offering quality home medical equipment and supplies. Sunshine Senior Solutions is here to help simplify the lives of patients, caregivers, and their families. From canes and crutches to diabetic glucose monitors, your health, safety, and comfort is our #1 priority. Call or visit our website, Sunshine Senior Solutions, bringing the heart back to healthcare.
Amy Reshevsky can help you choose the right piece that will add some magic to your space. Amy Reshevsky has a wide range of art, from abstracts to mosaic tapestries, and she paints on different surfaces, such as reverse painting on glass, tables, wall hangings, and sculptures. Her work can be ordered online at amyreshevsky.com, or you can come in and see it in real time at the Brooklyn Cafe Art Gallery. She also does commission work, so if you have an idea in mind, she can make it a reality. She invites you to reach out to her at Facebook or at email at amyreshevsky@gmail.com. That's amyreshevsky@gmail.com. Have an artful day.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
Have you been injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or through the negligence of another? The lawyers at Shane M. Farnsworth, PA, have over 40 years of combined experience representing injured individuals and their families. Call us today at 561-272-8337 for a free case evaluation and the answers to your legal questions. Were you injured in an accident that wasn't your fault? Don't let the insurance companies take advantage of you. Contact us now to learn about your options and to protect your rights.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
Sometimes our behind-the-scenes conversations during commercials are so great.
I was just saying to Isabel that I applaud the fact that she's here.
Yes.
It ain't easy to do this. We've been doing it a real long time. To us, what we do is like what she does every day. And it's like muscle memory. You got to work it out. But I have to applaud that she came. There's only been a handful of people that we've asked to show up. I got more cards in my pocket that I'm going to call today, see if I can get them.
And they don't answer. I mean, we met quite a few people, men and women, and Isabel, you're only the second one that came forward from all of those people. So I commend you. And Claudia was saying, if you guys can give us a 3-shot, please. You have to come out of your comfort zone. When I first started working with Freddie, that very first interview, I was in a panic. And
well, that was funny.
I totally
she sat on
I
his
sat
hands
on my
like that.
hands, and he interviewed me as a health coach, is what I was doing at the time. And I didn't know what to say or what to do. And then there was, you sit in the silence, as you said before, and the answers come if you hear what God says. And it was, take a leap of faith and do something for you. And thankfully, I heard those voices, because here I am, and many years later, after I told you no for 4 years, and didn't listen to the voices until finally, I think a 2x4 came and said, you have to, for self-preservation, and to be you. And so thankfully I did, but I was not always this.
Well, sometimes you listen to the negative voices that are around you, those that are more fearful than even you. And their logic seems logical because withdrawing is the easiest aspects in life, right?
Absolutely.
So you sort of feed into, don't do more, do less. Be safe, stay in your safe zone. There's no growth in that safe zone. You want to be pushed out there.
Absolutely. You just have to take the step forward. If not now, then when? Tomorrow's not promised.
That's right.
And what a lot of individuals need to realize that there's someone out there waiting to hear your story. Your story will impact someone's life. 100%. And
People
you just
don't
have to
believe
share.
that. You know, women, some people love to get out there and share their story because they're very verbose and they have a very high self-esteem. Others think, why would anyone want to hear my story? Because it's my story, and how can that resonate and change anybody else's life without it being braggadocious? But you say, why listen to the
what?
naysayers? Braggadocious.
Is that a word?
Yes.
Really?
I love it.
So do I. I'm impressed.
You know, and you say don't listen to the naysayers. There's so many things.
Everyone's a critic.
Everyone's a critic.
There's a critic everywhere. Well, guess what? Prove them wrong. You know, you may have been in a domestic situation. Well, guess what? Your story will impact another person's life that could be in that situation and have them reach out for help. So everyone's story is very important, and I believe that everyone should share their stories. It just impacts people's lives, whether you realize it or not. There's someone out there that's waiting to hear your story. So step out of your comfort zone. Go for it.
It's the straw that stirs the drink. You know, the funny thing is that I look at this place as a giant drink. And you guys are the straws, and everybody stirs it at a different motion and commotion. And you walk away with something. You know, it's easy to be negative. Life, if you open that door, there's wars, there's shootings, it's easy to open that door. But you come in here and you have to stir that drink and do what you do. There are other people, I don't know people that do what she does.
I know.
I've never met somebody who is advanced, male, female, and child, as to what she does.
What's so great about Claudia is we met Claudia through Christine, who was one of the creators and founders of WEMP Token. And Christine is not here every week. You are here. And
Absolutely.
there's a reason for that. So a huge credit and thank you to Christine for sending you our way for the education side of WIM and the
Absolutely.
empowerment.
Thank you so much for having us. And like we say, it's just very important to go with the times and start getting yourself educated. You know, there's so many possibilities out there. Whatever you can dream of, you can accomplish it. You just have to take a step forward. You're not going to accomplish it sitting at home watching Netflix all day. It's not going to happen.
And Isabel says she's so empowered sitting here.
I know. I really am. I really feel empowered. But I think many of the speech therapists that follow me, let's say on Instagram, or people that I know, they think that because I have a business, things are easy. They don't see all the hard work that we have put in.
It's even harder.
Yes, it's
Having
very
a business
hard.
is even harder because it's multiple layers that you
Yeah.
have to deal with.
And then, but it takes a lot of commitment, a lot of motivation, and it comes within you, and from wanting to do more and wanting to do more for yourself.
And the relationships that you have to establish. You know, I always tell people it isn't sitting at a table where everybody's going, yeah, I agree with you. There's a lot of I don't agree with you, and you have to run a business. And you have to run it with the negative and the positive. You got to weigh it out. But man, you got to believe in you. Because when you get up in the morning, no matter what anybody says to you, it ain't personal, it's business. You know, she laughs at me because I say, when you get married, that's a business. I'm sorry, I'm not breaking
I didn't
anybody's.
believe that at the time, but 100% now I do.
It's a business. You know why? It is so tough for two people to be one. And then you have children. Oh, God. I pray for you. But it ain't easy, so you got to balance it out. Good, bad, or indifferent. It's a business. But the one thing that stays the same is you, is your belief in yourself. Now, what I would like to do is, we had a little setback last week. We're coming back strong this week. I would like the next time, you ladies, I'm going to invite you back. I want you to come back. I want to invite maybe 20 women in here.
Invite people to come in.
Because
Okay.
I think it is time that people drink the Kool-Aid. I think that, you know, we have been so negative recently. It's just, it breaks my heart that if I can change one person, one soul, one look, if you use the word I feel empowered today, you made my day. You made what I saw last night come true today.
We have to wrap up this hour.
What are we wrapping it up to?
We got to say goodbye to WNN. Can you both stay with us for a little bit?
Absolutely.
All right, we have to wrap up this hour on our brunch show on WNN. For any information, you can always contact us at the radio station, 888-565-1470. We're still rolling on the other side of this commercial break, so keep on streaming. Check us out all over social media. Thank you to WNN, and we'll see you on the other side.
Don't be late. Don't
Bye-bye.
go away.
Or any other social media platform at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. See you soon.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save it. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors. Just a ray of light, bathing me in drops of ink that gleams across my body. Wish you could unfreeze my heart and we could fly away. That's why I wanna save her. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls arise, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, but words can't say it all. Sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. Crashing walls and waterfalls and crystal balls can see. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, but words can't say it all. Take my breath away like an avalanche, like an avalanche, like an avalanche, like an avalanche, sweeping me away like an
Attention Florida residents. Is constant water damage from the elements putting holes in your pipes and your wallet? We cut the cost when disaster strikes. You deserve to have your house be a home again. At Triumph, we get you paid the most for your insurance claims. Broken pipes, water damage, and mold? Triumph Consulting covers it all. Call our offices now to qualify for a free house inspection at 954-669-4935 or visit www.wegetYouPaid.com.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873. Do you need a strong cup of coffee to get you through your day? Try your very own Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee, the official coffee of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. You can pick up a bag from us, or two. Contact us at 866-224-5422, or just stop on by. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13. Come on in, grab a bag of our signature Brooklyn Cafe coffee. The cafe doors are always open.
Meet Jay Harmon, one of the many artists held in the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery. Jay specializes in various different art styles, but his medium to work with is colored pencils. His unique style comes from being self-taught and years of practice. Jay pulls his inspiration from many outlets like people, television, celebrities, and many more. With multiple original pieces, Jay's art graces the gallery with over 40 plus works for viewing and for purchase. His many years of being an artist has given him a chance to partner with the Derwent brand, giving him the opportunity to try many different work styles and further his craft. Feel free to come down and visit the studio to view his work, or if you're interested in your own Jay Harmon original, he's open to commissions on his website, coloredpencilartist.com, or catch his show, The Colored Pencil Artist, on Amp Media Productions on YouTube and Facebook. See you soon.
Hi everyone, I'm Alana and I am standing in J&D Cakes over off of Federal Highway by Meisner Park in Boca Raton. And wow, does it smell delicious in here. Owned by Joel Basco and Daniela Borquez, they are the ones in the business as far as cakes. From weddings and birthdays, special events, holidays, novelty, and known for their sculpture cakes, you have to check them out. If they look familiar to you, you may have seen them as they were featured on Cake Hunters. They were the winner of Food Network's Cake Wars, as well as returners and finalists on their Champs episode.
Hi, I'm Joel and welcome to J&D Cakes of Boca Raton. We're right across Meisner Park and we're open from Tuesday to Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So come by if you can. If you want to order from us, please call us at 561-569-1860.
Breathing through my troubles, trying to be smart, living with another, passion in my heart, partners come and go, always with a twirl.
Providing music you will enjoy. JM Production performers will brighten up your stage. Condominiums and residential communities, nightclubs and restaurants that want to provide top quality singers and entertainers for their social events, banquets, celebrations, and their customers use JM Productions to ensure that they have an uplifting and beautiful event. Now, tune in for the show.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
It's what kept me from getting the cough, though. Didn't keep me from getting the
Really? Really? Wow! That's what I say. Just remember, the gloves have come off today.
Wow.
I gotta tell you, that tonic does work, though.
It works.
It revived me, man, God, but that was like Spitfire.
I have to tell you, that tonic did not stop me from getting sick, but it stopped it from settling as a cold and upper respiratory, for sure.
That tonic has wiped out even I can breathe now. It's unbelievable, unbelievable.
You know, homeopathic things do work.
Why is it that she always has a camera?
Because we're a production house.
Yeah, but I drink something, the camera's on me. I eat something, they had, never mind.
You got some good footage on you, though, Freddie.
Okay, moving on.
We've got the ladies with us for WEMP Wednesday Empowerment, Women's Wednesday, WEMP Wednesday. It's all about women empowerment here. It's always about women empowerment, but today especially. So next week, let's open it up and invite people to come join us.
I think we should do that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I think that would be great.
Absolutely. I think it would be a great opportunity.
I think that business people, now you have a business, people that have a business, you know, the game is changing. You're going to have to change your niche, whether you like it or not. And if you don't going to change the way you do things and you keep doing things the way it was before COVID, you're going to end up back in the Stone Age. Things have changed. Getting out to meet people, that's changed. How to do that has changed. You know, you want to show up like a professional, but you don't want to be overbearing. So there's a lot of things going on. I mean, we're trying to teach our producers that what we were teaching last year does not work this year. Got to change, and you got to have different ideas and try different things. Push the comfort zone.
Right, and you see some of our shows like Elaine, It All Starts With You.
And they're doing very well.
Doing really, really well.
Angel, it all starts with you. Even Ivy is doing very well. She picked up a few sponsors now. All I'm saying. Give it a try. Try something different.
About time commitment and keeping things going. Are you seeing a change now as far as summer comes forward, different things happening? Isabel, in business, anything different for you?
In the summer, no, not really.
You're consistent.
Yeah, pretty consistent. Yeah.
What did it feel like for you to go from a speech and language pathologist to your own business? I mean, you were probably an independent contractor type of thing going to hospitals, but now it's different?
I always worked full time, so this is completely different for me. The main thing for me is that I now get to do my job at my own time. If my patient requires more time and they require, I don't know, more TLC, I am able to give it to them. And all my patients are like my VIP. So when you work in a facility, you do have some productivity that you have to meet. You have you have certain things that you have to do because you work for that organization. And now if I need to spend some extra time talking to the family or the patient, and I can do that because I manage my own time.
Do you think that comes with experience of doing what you did in the field and saying, I'm stepping into my own now, I have enough self-confidence to do what I feel is important?
Absolutely. Definitely, it requires a lot of experience because when you're seeing someone that has a swallowing disorder, it can have many layers. It can require collaboration with the doctors, with PT, with occupational therapy, and with other professionals. So you need to be able to put all the pieces together and refer the patient to all the services that they may need if it's not something that you can solve yourself. So you definitely need the experience so you can provide all of that care to the patient.
Isn't it different in the Hispanic community? Because we started Fuego many years ago. This has been another dream of Freddie's to bring forward, is Fuego, to reach into the Hispanic community in native language, because not everyone feels comfortable speaking and conversing in English, even though we are here.
Yes, my Spanish, I am 100% Colombian. I moved here 22 years ago, but working with the Hispanic community, it is totally different. And just the way you approach them, the eye contact, the touch with the patient, the type of things that they eat, and the things that are important to them are completely different. And then it varies, with other cultures as well, but just being part of the Hispanic culture, because I grew up in Colombia, it definitely, I understand where they're coming from with certain things. Something very interesting is that in the U.S., many times our elderly patients will eat things like a sandwich or something for lunch, and you don't see that in the Hispanic communities, more like soups and different things. So you do have to, you have to think about what is, what their, the food is, what type of foods they eat, what you're recommending to them impacts their quality of life and their interaction with their family. So it is totally different.
I gotta tell you, being from the Bronx is different than being from Florida. Because when you're from the Bronx and you're Latino,
Isn't that the truth?
it is a whole different world. See, people don't understand that. I have to tone it down here in Florida. When I lived in Tampa, it was even worse. And my English has never been very sexy, but I don't care. I make up words, they'll tell you. I say things that don't make any sense, because it does to me. And then if you know me long enough, it makes sense. But I figured that I grew up not knowing English. So I had to communicate in English to my parents, they totally confused me. And I thought I had a speech impairment because I couldn't say the word yellow. I don't even know if I said it right.
You did. That was
Did I? It's pretty good. It's a lot of practice. 20 years of practicing that word. So they called my parents into school. And my mother went with me, and she says, your son has a speech impairment. So my mother looked at me, she said, what was she saying? She didn't understand what it meant. It was Miss Goldstein. I said, Miss Goldstein says, I don't speak well. That wasn't what she said, but that's what I heard. And so they started me in all these books that was learning, reading is fundamental, how to speak proper. My whole interior went to the ground. I didn't have friends. I was depressed. I felt I was stupid. So it is vital that you be able to speak. Now, you know, I'm older. I don't care. You understand me, though? Lo que sea, I don't care anymore. But back then, it was a big influence in my life. And it made me determined. And I went to NYU and I graduated. And I was going to be a lawyer until I got married. That's another business. And it pushed me. The language pushed me to be a better person. So it is vital that you feel comfortable in communicating. And you have a whole world of knowledge. Your communication skills are spectacular because you make everybody understand what you're saying. That is the nature of the beast.
Yeah, that's been a lot of work, but I'll tell you that once you're able to communicate effectively, you know, and it's really just speaking your truth, then people will listen and will hear you and your message. You know.
Are you from the Bronx?
I'm working on my Spanglish.
Are you from the Bronx?
I'm not from the Bronx. I'm from Manhattan.
That's
and my
close
family's
enough.
Dominican, so there you go.
What part of Manhattan? The Heights?
The Heights, 181st
Slick.
Washington Avenue. Yeah.
Wait a minute. You were on 181st what year?
Oh, gosh.
In the 70s?
Well, yeah, I was born
80s?
there. 70s and 80s.
181st Street in the Heights.
Yeah.
Where'd you live?
Right across the street from the Jewish temple. There's one Jewish temple there, if you know the Heights.
Is that where your sister
181st
lives?
Fort Washington Avenue. Absolutely. A couple blocks away from George Washington Bridge.
You're in Fort Washington.
Yep.
I grew up on 186 in Laurel Hill.
Okay.
You 2 blocks
I went to
from
Mother
me.
Cabrini.
I went to Mother Cabrini too.
Really?
Wow.
I was a-
Wow, small
Is that where you were an
world.
altar boy?
No, I St. Francis. You lived in Carlos Mendez's building. I know you.
Probably.
Do you
Probably
remember
my parents.
Carlos Mendez? He had a beard. He used to drive a Maxima like I did. I know you.
Probably.
You know the precinct, the 3-4?
Mhm.
I was an auxiliary there.
Yeah.
Wow, Cabrini. My sister still goes to Cabrini.
Cabrini.
Yeah.
and,
She had a head start
and
in
then
Cabrini.
PS 187.
Yes?
Yeah.
I know you. And I'm telling myself, where do I know this? You were 2 blocks from me. I was on the
Probably.
other. I was by
I
Yeshiva
shine then, I
University.
shine now. Hey.
Small world.
Brushed it up in her Spanglish.
Small world.
It's different. So your sister's still there.
She's still there. I just talked to her and Diana coming down to visit me, and maybe they're going to call it a day. They've been teaching for over 40 years.
Who's Diane?
She's a friend of the family and, you know, goes back a ways. My sister's still up in the Heights. She used to live
Nice.
up in the Heights. No,
Not
it
the
ain't
same.
nice. It ain't
Nah,
nice.
it's not
And it
the
ain't
same.
like that
It was
movie.
nice back then.
It ain't like the movie. Trust you me. It ain't like the movie.
No dancing and singing?
No, they're just dancing
Did you
and
have
singing,
an AC
man.
in your window?
No.
We talked about that
She
yesterday.
didn't know
I
AC.
don't
We didn't know
remember.
AC. We didn't
I
know
don't
AC.
think they had AC.
didn't know
Did
AC.
they
That's
have
what he
AC
said,
back
there was
then?
no AC.
I know there was a heater. I remember the
Yeah, the little plug-in heaters.
No AC.
No, the iron heaters.
Oh,
radiator.
the radiators.
The radiators.
Los radiadores.
Yeah, that was there.
We used
but
to
I don't
dance on the
remember.
rooftops.
Yep.
And people look at me like, you what? We used to dance on the rooftops of the building in the summer, under the lights. And we knew everybody on the 6th floor, so it wasn't a problem. But they used to have some parties there. We used to be on the fire escapes. I used to tell them to put the kit mattress out there with the boom box and everything else, and everybody used to talk to each other along the fire escape. That was our intercom system.
It was. I do remember that.
It was, right?
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Juanita, you got partners tonight, and that was
Oh, wow,
the-
you see, Juanita. You must know my mom. That's her name. It's a small world.
Did you
I
date her
think-
mom?
No, but I think
No.
no, but I think
Hey,
I,
you know what?
I think
You're
I
a
know
lot
your,
younger than us.
I think I know your
My
family.
mid-40s. Upper 40s.
I'm gonna reach out to Carlos Mendez. Carlos used to live in her building.
Yeah,
Carlos Mendez. I'm
447
sure there's only
Washington
one.
Avenue.
There's only one
I'm
Carlos.
sure there's only one Carlos
Oh,
Mendez
there's
in the
one
Heights,
Carlos
for
Mendez.
sure.
That's right.
I'm sure he knew my dad.
Your dad was well known in the neighborhood.
Yeah, both my parents. They were pretty well known.
It was a
God
supermarket.
rest his soul. He just passed away, so love you, Dad.
Heights
What
was a lot
business
of
was
fun.
he in?
He was an engineer for Ford, actually.
Wow.
He's retired. He's been retired. Well, he was retired about 20 years now, 25, 30 years. Retiree from Ford.
Amazing.
Yeah.
How long have they lived in Florida?
Let's see. They moved down here back in 2011.
When did you move? 09?
26.
6.
2011. They moved down, so
When did you move here, Isabel?
2000.
From Colombia?
Yeah.
Very different here?
Yes, I was actually brought here against my will, kind of, by my parents. We live a very nice life in Colombia, and I didn't want to come here, but everybody was coming here, and I had no choice but to come here. So it took me a while to get used to everything, getting used to having a job. But I also had a car.
Do you like it?
I do love it now, but back then it was a rough transition.
I hated it. When I
Yeah.
went to Tampa, oh man, I hated it.
Yeah.
But I was down here, so I was stuck, and then I
But
turned
if
it
you
around.
think about what she does for different cultures, there's different foods that you can swallow for different, right? You can't give a Jewish woman with a swallowing problem a bagel, but you could give her a soup if you were Hispanic.
Well, who the hell are you going to give a bagel if you can't swallow? What, you choke him to
And
death?
then they call her and say, Grandma's having a hard time eating lunch. She's choking every time she eats a bagel. Cultural foods, when you go through this,
Rice and beans could be a problem.
these are all things that you have to take in consideration when you're seeing a client.
Yeah, because then sometimes you're making recommendations for a prolonged period of time. So if you're going to change someone's way that they eat, they need to chop their food. Now they can't have that bagel, for instance, and now they're very unhappy. So you have to help them, counsel them, and explain to them why they can't eat them. Maybe for some of my patients, I just tell them, okay, so just eat this, maybe a steak. A steak can be something very hard to chew, or a pork chop. Eat it only in small pieces, only occasionally, and when you have supervision. So, somebody can help you. Some of them need cues so that they take small bites and go slowly. So, we can figure out times that they can eat the things that they like when they have supervision or when they have certain preparations. So, because food, everything revolves around food.
Everything.
And so when
especially if you're Latino.
Yeah, but everything.
Everyone's culture.
And Dominicans are the best cooks in the world. I just want you to tell you.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna throw a curveball at you. You say you can have soups, right? Everybody should be able to drink soups, right? Not a Latino. We have sopón, which is every meat in the world in this soup. There's more meat in this soup than a chicken noodle. No.
In soup.
Oh my God.
Ever wonder why you eat soup with a spoon like chicken noodle soup? You're just better drinking it.
Yeah, and that is like you never think about it, but that we consider a mixed consistency because you're chewing the noodles and the chicken, and then if your tongue muscles are weak, the liquid portion of the soup can go down your throat and into your airway while you're still chewing. So that happens to some people. So they can mash the vegetables or the noodles, or they can blend it, or they can just try a different type of soup. But
that'd be horrendous.
there are a lot of changes.
I would be so sad.
Someone was telling me that they would blend all of their family's food, and they would just take the meal and put it in a blender for their parent, and they would eat the regular meal with the parent. And it was hard because they were getting the same nutrients, but the parent would say, but it's not the same. And it has to be socialization. Part of what you do has to be really difficult, because while the nutrient is one thing, you're drinking the same thing someone else is eating, and it's not the same interaction. And people revolve around food, families and events. And
it depends your cultura, because Latinos love when you put a plate of rice and beans and you got some steak.
so
or you
imagine
got
someone
this.
putting that in a blender for you.
Get blending the blender. I would tell you something. It would really be a bad day if I had to put something in a blender, because I love food.
You love food.
I love there's a Brazilian, there's a Spanish thing right down here, and they bring out arroyo, bichuela, and all this. See, this is the thing I hated about leaving New York. My father fell in love with Dominican food because he lived in the Heights for 20 years. And there was all sorts of Dominican delicacies up there. It's unbelievable. Not like in the Bronx. This is in Manhattan. It's a different animal. So you have different culturas, depends where you are. South American, I seen some of the dishes in South American, and I wonder, how the hell did you eat that? Because it's different. It's a whole different cultura.
Yeah.
But my goodness gracious, I would be so depressed because eating, I got sick and I couldn't breathe and I couldn't taste anything. I'm going to tell you something, I was really depressed here because I love food. I think food is what makes the world go round. It's where you sit down with people, you know, the blessing and all that happens. I was an altar boy. I know what all that means. At the church in Cabrini, I know it all. I've been there for years. So you got to mix all of these things up. You have more than the business. You have a way of life.
Yes, and you do really need to be aware of that as a therapist, that you are making a huge, or you're recommending things that signify a big change in the patient's life, and try to come up with some solutions for them so that they will be compliant with the therapy and the food that you're recommending, because you're going to prevent any pulmonary infections, because that's the main thing with swallowing disorders is that it can affect your nutrition, your hydration, and if things go down into your lungs, let's say, then you can end up with pneumonia. So in order to increase the compliance and make it more palatable to them, then you need to talk to the family sometimes and try to find like a happy medium. And the nice thing about this test that I have is that it's not an X-ray test where we give patients contrast to drink, and that way we assess their swallow function. This is a flexible endoscopic test where it's a little more invasive, but I can try real foods, and I can evaluate my patient while they're sitting at the table with their whole meal.
You put a tube down their throat while they're sitting at the table?
We, they don't need to be at the table, but we do put a little tube down their nose, very tiny, flexible scope. Wow. Happy to show you if I have it here. It's a very tiny scope, and then we can see exactly what's happening when they're swallowing. And if they want to try their rice and beans or the chicken noodle soup,
We should try it, see what it looks like for you.
What did I tell you? Didn't I just point at her? Didn't I just point? I say, here it comes. No, not we. You ain't got no mouse in your pocket. You can try it all you want.
So I have a question. Yeah. So I know that with drinking, right, with swallowing, so this can go and turn even for water. Am I correct?
Yes, water and just in general thin liquids can be very hard for some people to manage, and they don't have time to close their airway before they swallow, so then it ends up going down the wrong way.
Okay, so there is some sort of, I think with my father, they had some sort of liquid or something you mix in or something to make it thicker.
Yes, so there's a thickener that we can add to the foods, and there are, depending on how severe the problem is, we can have them take smaller sips. There are some cups that can deliver only a small amount of liquid, right, or you can thicken it, but hopefully, with therapy, they can get off the thickened liquids, and it's not something that they need to do long term.
It's getting that muscle memory
back.
Yeah. Take a commercial break?
Yeah.
Yeah? You thinking about it?
No. No. I have hypersensitive.
Well, before we go to commercial break,
yeah,
for merch, where do people get our merch?
You can go to thebrooklyncafe.com.
.tv.
That one too. And you can order it from there, or you can call the show right now and I'll give away a shirt to your size.
Or they go right to our QR code right there on the screen.
Where?
Pop up your phone.
Where?
It was there. Where's the QR code,
Where's the
guys?
QR code?
There it is.
That's the website?
Go right to the QR code, check out our website, check out our merch, and you can get it right from there, shipped directly to your home.
And if you do that and you order something, let us know, and we'll give you a bell with a wand so you can put it on your, see? And the bells are in the house.
All right, stay tuned, quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Attention Florida residents. Is constant water damage from the elements putting holes in your pipes and your wallet? We cut the cost when disaster strikes. You deserve to have your house be a home again. At Triumph, we get you paid the most for your insurance claims. Broken pipes, water damage, and mold? Triumph Consulting covers it all. Call our offices now to qualify for a free house inspection at 954-669-4935 or visit www.wegetYouPaid.com.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873. Do you need a strong cup of coffee to get you through your day? Try your very own Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee, the official coffee of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. You can pick up a bag from us, or two. Contact us at 866-224-5422, or just stop on by. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13. Come on in, grab a bag of our signature Brooklyn Cafe coffee. The cafe doors are always open.
Meet Jay Harmon, one of the many artists held in the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery. Jay specializes in various different art styles, but his medium to work with is colored pencils. His unique style comes from being self-taught and years of practice. Jay pulls his inspiration from many outlets like people, television, celebrities, and many more. With multiple original pieces, Jay's art graces the gallery with over 40+ works for viewing and for purchase. His many years of being an artist has given him a chance to partner with the Derwent brand, giving him the opportunity to try many different work styles and further his craft. Feel free to come down and visit the studio to view his work, or if you're interested in your own Jay Harmon original, he's open to commissions on his website, coloredpencilartist.com, or catch his show, The Colored Pencil Artist, on Amp Media Productions on YouTube and Facebook. See you soon.
Hi everyone, I'm Alana, and I am standing in J&D Cakes over off of Federal Highway by Meisner Park in Boca Raton. And wow, does it smell delicious in here. Owned by Joel Basco and Daniela Borquez, they are the ones in the business as far as cakes. From weddings and birthdays, special events, holidays, novelty, and known for their sculpture cakes, you have to check them out. If they look familiar to you, you may have seen them as they were featured on Cake Hunters. They were the winner of Food Network's Cake Wars, as well as returners and finalists on their Champs episode.
Hi, I'm Joel and welcome to J&D Cakes of Boca Raton. We're right across Meisner Park and we're open from Tuesday to Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So come by if you can. If you want to order from us, please call us at 561-569-1860.
Providing music you will enjoy. JM Production performers will brighten up your stage. Condominiums and residential communities, nightclubs and restaurants that want to provide top quality singers and entertainers for their social events, banquets, celebrations, and their customers use JM Productions to ensure that they have an uplifting and beautiful event. Now, tune in for the show.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
It's Alana, Miss South Florida Fair, and I wanted to pop on in to invite you all to a fundraising event that I am hosting this Saturday. From 1 to 3 p.m. Saturday, May 21st, this weekend, you can join me at axe throwing. So if it's something you haven't tried, it is the fun new thing to do, an indoor axe throwing arena located at Copans Road in Pompano Beach. And from 1 to 3, you are going to be helping support me with partnering with Movia Robotics. So they use these awesome robots and software technology to support them as technology and these tools for local schools to help students with autism. It's a three-dimensional way of learning and utilizing technology. The event is called Full Steam Ahead, so it's fundraising for students in Broward County. I would love to see you there. Again, it's axe throwing, games and food, raffles, there's some fun prizes. I will be there in my sparkly crown and sash as I'm preparing for Miss Florida, but if you would like to join, you can find the ticket links on my Facebook event page if you search for Full Steam Ahead. But I would love to see you. Message me for any questions or ways that you can help. So thank you. And now we are going to head back on over to Freddie and Dawn.
Nice job.
And we're back. I think she's ready.
You think she's ready?
I'm not allowed to talk. I can't say anything. I'm not allowed to say anything, but I think she's going to.
Well, let me ask you about this event. You're raising money, and it's going to be benefiting Broward County schools or certain private schools?
So at the moment, the organization that we will be supporting is RENA. It is a South Florida facility for students with disabilities and specifically autism. And so what studies have shown and what's amazing about this foundation and Movia Robotics is they have over 4 different types of robots that are set up with an iPad in front of the robot and then a computer used for programming. And so a teacher or a parent, depending on which tool they're utilizing, can work with their student one-on-one in just a whole different capacity than what we're used to seeing. So oftentimes, especially for students with autism, it's sometimes difficult to get homework. Students aren't always given continued education once they go home after school. Sometimes there is a social disconnect where they don't always like touch or eye contact or just learning in different methods. And so the robots really helped connect in a different kind of way that's 3-dimensional. They form a bond and a relationship and a friendship with the robot. It is super cute to watch and see happen. I've used it for presentations as Miss South Florida Fair. I've taken my Kebby robot with me to schools, to a preschool, and kids' eyes just light up when they see it. It's not just a toy, though. I have to reiterate, it's not just something that's fun, it's educational as well. So it's helping them implement these tools and life skills to then use them in the real world. But because it's technology, it is a little pricey, hence why I'm partnering with them. I'd love to raise some funds so it can alleviate those costs and really help students who may not be financially able to use something so valuable.
Would it be 1 robot per student or 1 per classroom?
So they have different options. My goal is to be able to raise enough funds to get their 1 robot meant for multiple students in a facility. So right now I'm looking at a South Florida location, a South Florida autism school where it can help classrooms full of students. So the robot has the capacity to have multiple profiles. So when you have student Rosie come up to utilize it, it is programmed to specifically help her. So if she needs quick instruction and she's moving at a fast pace, that's what it can keep up with. And then if it has John, who might need a lot of repetition or might need some extra help or more physical learning where the robot asks him to stand up or maybe do some breathing techniques, it can do that as well. It's really fascinating, and even if you're interested in coming and meeting the robot side of things, we will have a Movia table so you can see exactly what it is we're trying to help support and raise funds for to meet the team.
Can we bring Movia in here one day?
We can certainly try. So the company itself, I had the pleasure of meeting them when I was competing for Miss South Florida Fair at the fairgrounds. They had a table, and that's when I was first introduced. They're based in Connecticut, so it's a little chilly up there. I've teased them if I make it up to Miss America, they'll be conveniently in the same state. But we do have a representative who I work closely with down in Miami. His name is Kendall, and he will be there this Saturday. So we can always see if we can vMix in and have them come in, because it's an incredible organization. They're starting their foundation side so that way it's accessible. And the robots themselves, something that's also cool is they don't require internet and Wi-Fi. Because they're being used in schools, they take safety very seriously as far as privacy and making sure that students don't have technology issues to be able to utilize it. So a parent can use it in a park and home, anywhere. It alleviates things at home too. So if mom is making dinner and she wants their student to continue working or working on a fun lesson, that you can set them up, have the computer on the side, and it helps keep them busy too.
There are a variety of robots. There would be one that you could be a home robot. Is that the one that you're working with?
So I have the one that I brought in
to the studio the other day that I showed you, that is our teacher version. So they have what's called an iPal, and then their regular system, which is meant for schools. And it's just depending on what software is within the machine of how it's being used.
Are they the same size?
They're the exact same robot from the outside. It's more of the software of the programming on the inside that varies. So yes, I have the pleasure of having the teacher version. It allows me to do a little bit more. But of course, when we faced the pandemic, everyone was turning to being stuck at home. We watched kids test scores, and the way that they were adapting to home. Not everyone learned the best at home. We watched a lot of numbers drop, so they had to pivot just like everybody else, and that's why they had an iPal, a home version as well created. So there's lots of different
amazing.
kinds.
And how much are you looking to raise?
That is the ultimate question. I don't want to put a number out there because I have my own personal goals. Right now, what I'm looking for is people to actually physically come and enjoy axe throwing. I know it's super busy. A lot of my friends and supporters have been like, oh, I'll give you a donation, I'll give you a donation. I'd love to have more bodies and more faces in the facility throwing axes and having a good time. I will say the ticket price is only $50 per person. It's for 2 hours worth of axe throwing, which is the normal price. The facility has been awesome with working with me, Axe Throwing Society, so that way we can have a nice large percentage back. And there's raffles and food and drinks. So if you can come out Saturday, it's from 1 to 3 p.m. I can give you the ticket link, or if you would just like to support if you can't make it out, I can give you my Venmo as well to go directly towards it.
Does any of that money go towards raising the funds, or that money goes to the axe throwing event?
So small percentage of the fee is going to Axe Throwing Society to use their facility, but most of proceeds are going to be going directly to the Movia Foundation, so that way we can turn around and be able to see how many we could possibly give out to the area.
And where is it located?
The Axe Throwing Society, I have my exact address. It's in Pompano off of Copens Road, and the address is 1301 West Copens Road, Pompano Beach, Florida. So it's an industrial area. It's a nice big facility, very spacious. Lanes can hold up to 7 to 10 people, and it'll be a fun time. There's lots of games. It's a family fun event. As long as you trust your child to hold an axe, then you can come out. There's going to be axe coaches and people there to help as well.
I want to go.
It's it'll be fun.
Saturday?
Saturday afternoon from 1 to 3.
Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m.
Yeah, we should do that.
I think it sounds like a whole lot of fun. You and I haven't thrown an axe in quite a bit.
Yeah.
You let off some steam. It'll be good, Freddie.
I bet Slick will come.
We'll have to try and get a group.
Some people throw the axe and they don't hit the wall.
I hit it. We'll see. It's been a while.
Time.
Safety first.
Yes.
You can
Everybody
choose
got
to
to
throw
run
it.
out the other way.
Some people like to throw it with one hand. Others, they will tell you to use both hands as you throw overhead.
I didn't have the strength with one, but.
She threw it with both hands and a foot.
Oh, and a foot.
That's true.
Well, and there's lots of games
Imagine
too.
if we find that film footage, that would be hilarious.
If somebody we know threw it so hard they couldn't get it out the wall.
Oy.
That was Hector.
That'd be a whole lot of fun.
It should be very fun.
And
Well,
you've got some raffles. I think Gubba Rum has a raffle.
yes, Gubba Rum, who we very much know around here. Thank you, Steve Gubb. We have a raffle basket for Gubba Rum. We have some others. I'll have to tease out. I don't want to tease too much. I want you to come see for yourself. Raffle tickets galore, and oh no, I'm so excited. Of course, there will be a long list of thank yous for everyone who supports. It's helping me. It's helping a great cause, and it's fun for everyone. It's a win-win situation.
It's a win-win. Very exciting. So proud of you.
Thank you.
Look how much everyone's accomplished here, right? Alana came to us, wow, 2 years ago on a virtual interview during the pandemic as Miss St. Petersburg and on her patio with her crown.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then she came in for a follow-up interview and we sort of sucked her in.
Yeah, that was a good way to put it. You did suck me in.
Pretty much.
I came in for the interview, and then it was like, can we put you on radio Thursday?
Well, Alana has a show on Thursday night.
And now, yeah.
And she's brought in some remarkable guests. It's just remarkable. Some of the kids that come in here are just remarkable.
It's incredible.
But you have that clip that you filmed with Slick a couple weeks ago that we should put on our board for the next couple days? for your fundraiser. Didn't you do one over there with your
Oh,
robot?
yes, I did. We can throw it out as well. I've been throwing that on my Facebook to try and get the word out. So
let's throw that up on our social media. to
and
get
it's
the word
open
out
for
as well.
anyone. You don't have to personally know me to come and support the cause. So please invite friends, invite family. Open event. The more the merrier.
JP, you want to come? Yeah.
It's really fun. It takes a second. I mean, I was a little nervous the first time I ever went. I was like, axe throwing, I don't think I'm going to be good at it. And there's axe coaches. So my brother happens to work there since all of this, has become an axe coach, and he helps guide you on how to make it better until you start landing it. And then once you become comfortable, there's lots of different games of like that you can play with whoever you're with. It's a fun time.
Ever been?
Just wear
Claudia?
closed-toed shoes.
You guys ever been axe throwing?
You ever thrown an axe at a?
You have?
Yeah.
It is fun. It lets off a lot of.
You threw an axe?
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, in an arena, not at a person.
I'm
At a
thinking of
bullseye.
William Tell.
For a target.
I'm going to do archery soon also.
Hey, don't we have an archery gold?
She's coming on Friday.
A gold
A little
champion.
bit. There's lighter ones. You can find a heavier or lighter axe.
We had a couple of producers that worked at certain places. Didn't Teddy was an instructor and stuff
She
like
went on a shoot with us and asked them for a job, and she got one.
throwing
There you go.
axes.
Well, I remember we did an on-location shoot once with Jeremiah Ice Cream, and then next thing I know, I looked over and RK was walking out with like a job application form. He's like, "Cool."
Yeah, we've done that a few times.
Which is pretty cool, but that's fantastic. It's always about helping the kids.
Yes.
And if parents want to purchase it on their own, we can maybe put up the link.
Yep,
for
I have a link.
special private purchase.
I do. I have that as well.
Nice.
Stay tuned for more. We'll throw it in the comments of the show if you're watching from this episode. We'll find a way.
All right, thank you.
Thank you guys. I appreciate the support.
More to come. Anything we can do to support, and of course, always about education and our kids. It's incredible. So if you ladies are free, I don't know if you're staying down in this side of Florida or not, but if you are, come on down on Saturday.
Throwing axes somewhere.
You're gonna head back up there. How's Orlando these days?
Orlando.
It's hot.
It's hot. It definitely is hot. There's a lot of bugs.
A lot of bugs. Those are humans with wings.
What's that?
Humans with wings. Does the
Yes.
train go to Orlando yet, or still not,
Not as
yet?
of yet.
Not yet.
Not yet, but that will be great once it does. So much better.
It'll make life. I love the train.
More
Up
to
to
come.
Orlando. Still
All right,
back.
so more information coming up. So check out Saturday 1 to 3. I'm going to go. And on Sunday, Kendra Erica is performing down at Temple Columbian Plantation. She's doing a Broadway mashup for the synagogue. And
We'll
I
be
think
there.
We're going to be there,
Yeah.
sponsored by JM Productions. Jeffrey going to be here on Friday?
Yes, and he's bringing a singer.
Okay, who do we have? Do you know? No. But we have someone
We have a
tomorrow as
singer.
well.
Then we have Rio tomorrow coming in with his guitar specialist. He's going to sing for us. Kendra's going to come by, stop by, and let us know how her record is exploding all over the place, and get some exciting news coming from her.
Nice.
So we shall, and then we have tomorrow, Boca Brittany.
Ah, that'll be a treat.
Boca Brittany is, well, she's well known here in Boca, and if you want to have a laugh, come on down, check this out. We have a good show packed for tomorrow.
I also have Maritza and Joe coming from Eco Trail Trekker tomorrow,
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
1 o'clock.
Don't we have food truck coming?
Monday.
Monday, okay.
Monday, we've got
Wow,
burgers
we got a lot
and
of people here
tots and
tomorrow.
mini donuts
You
coming
may
on
have to come
Monday.
back to. You may have to come back tomorrow.
Yeah, okay.
You may have to come back tomorrow. I think it'll be, and you too. You come
Or
back.
it'd
I
be
think-
another great person for you to connect
Yep.
with.
Yep, yep,
Awesome.
yep.
I'll
This
be in
could
the
be
area,
a.
They have a whole unbelievable
Trust me when
empowerment
I tell you,
platform that they do on
that
leadership.
that chick, off the cuff. You definitely want to meet her. Tomorrow's show is going to be out of sight. Don't miss that.
So they'll be in studio tomorrow also.
Oh, good.
I know. We were sort of out, but not out last week. We were able to restructure and redo and work from home. I now call it my home office.
That's a good deal. Tomorrow's going to be fun. Some powerful people coming in tomorrow and entertainment. I'm excited to see Rio play the guitar. He has a couple of songs that Slick and I want to talk to him about letting us promote them.
Nice.
So it should be a mixed bag tomorrow, mixed bag.
All right. Well, thank you. Ready to wrap it up? Thank you for joining us, ladies. Amazing. Next Wednesday, WEMP Wednesday continues. So clear your calendar. Come on down. Join us for the 11 o'clock show, our live brunch show on WWNN. Learn more about WEMP and cryptocurrency, women empowerment, And as always, have a cup of our Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee. Isabel, thank you so much. Alana, Saturday 1 to 3 for some axe throwing to raise money and awareness for our kids with autism. I used to teach children with autism at Easter Seals down in Miami.
Really? You had this whole life
Before
me.
Yes.
You don't tell me everything.
I did. I used to teach a class with autism.
When did you do that?
When I was
I
at
know you were an
University of Miami.
Uber driver.
I never made it to the Uber driver,
She
but
was
I
an
definitely
Uber driver.
was always with children and education.
And we
so
were looking for a place, a business, because we had to move from where we were. And I'm standing on Federal going like this. I'm right here, turning here. She goes by me. So the second time she comes around, and I'm like, yo, over here, over here. She goes right by me. So I said to her on the phone, and I'm right on the phone. I said, you were what kind of Uber driver? You can't even see you. You've been being flagging you that. So I threw myself on the ground. There she stopped. I said, that way. Uber driver 101.
I told you I was a special ed teacher.
Ah, you're special, yes.
All right. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. Believe in yourself. And we will see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
What is that? Bubonic plague? Bubonic plague.
It's what kept me from getting the cough, though. Didn't keep me from getting
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
There was a noise from somewhere deep. We heard the sound, it was bittersweet. Voices calling out from an aching heart, getting so much closer by staying apart, singing a song of hope and love that you heard when I heard. I feel what you feel. We will survive. We will stay strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song. The streets are empty, but the sky is clear. You want somebody and can't have them near. Taking shelter where you can when the world is at stake. Alone together, trying hard not to break, singing a song